You're now listening to Sound Talent Media. Check out more shows at soundtalentmedia.com.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Matt McCaffery, the vocalist of Cryptopsy and the host of the Vox and Hops Metal Podcast, where I sit down with fellow metal musicians. We talk all about their lives and music while sharing killer craft beers. If you've ever wanted to sneak backstage and share a beer with one of your favorite musicians, well, Vox and Hops is the podcast for you. This week on the podcast, I dropped a killer episode with Johannes Ekström of Avatar. There is this episode and over 440 other ones to help you enjoy life, metal, and craft beer. So what are you waiting for? It's time to become a Vox and Hops head. Cheers!
Today's High Five edition of the ToneMob.com podcast is brought to you by Coast Sonic Pedal Providers. You like pedals, right? Of course you do. Right? Yeah, you're listening to this show. Of course you do. Since you like stomp boxes, you should go check out Coast Sonic. They've got all the best stuff, including some fine selections from today's guest McCaffrey audio, like the Green Vodka and the upcoming Run Rabbit Run, which is a pretty wicked vibe pedal with some really unique stuff going on. Seriously, it's awesome. I've played it. You're going to want to check that out. So hit up coastsonic.com, buy pedals, love life. Just do it. Okay, folks, today is going to be a little bit of a different episode. So, many of you have emailed requesting that I do some occasional mini episodes, just because you want extra, you want more. So, brainstorming about the best way to go about that, I recalled some articles that Coast Sonic published on their website called the High Fives. And in the High Fives, they basically take a builder and they give him 5 random questions and he has to provide 5 answers. So they might say, what's your top 5 favorite circuits, your top 5 favorite foods, etc. And I thought there might be a good way to expand on some of that stuff and dig a little bit deeper, but not do the full hour episode. So that's what we're doing. Jody said, yeah, tear it up. And so I did. Today we are talking to Ryan McCaffery, and we're going to go ahead and dig a little deeper into some of his high five responses. And if you want to read the original articles, you can go over to coastsonic.com and check those out. Of course, the link will be in the show notes. So, without further ado, here is a high five with Ryan McCaffery. All right, Ryan, you did not so recently, but semi-recently, the Coast Sonic High Fives, and I'd like to dig into some of those replies to the questions that you provided.
Yeah, right on. Shoot, my man.
Okay. All right. One of the things you did here is, here's a question. Top 5 reasons to start your own company. And one of your answers was the love for all things insane. Now, what I'd like to know is, what's the most insane thing you've encountered since being in business?
Oh boy. One time, we needed like $5, and I had to withdraw $5 out of my checking account. No, I'm teasing. It's funny. I wish. It's funny that you asked that because today, oh boy, we're currently going over our initial beta / test product of the Run Rabbit Run.
Oh baby,
pedal.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that's sooner than not, Lord willing. And it's just been, multitasking, I think, is pretty crazy. Usually on any given day, 10 to 20 items that are must do, and you try to do them as best you can. And sometimes I think maybe I get a handicap with that, but you know what I mean. And try to see your family every once in a while.
Right.
And your friends get mad at you because you don't have a social life anymore. But hey, that's all right. I'm trying to save some money. So, I would say, it's just multitasking and trying to keep everyone somewhat happy and not trying to beat you on any given day or moment. But yeah,
Gotcha.
I hope that answers it a little bit. I'm so nervous.
I'll buy that.
All right.
Okay, here you go. And another to the same question, top 5 reason to start your own company. Another response is because you got to make the final decision where the Velvet Pirate ship is hung.
Yes.
Where did you hang it?
It is in a place of prominence in the shop, and it is right above the double doors coming into the shop. And there is a rule written into our standard operating guides and procedures that when you enter the shop, you must kiss it and pay it homage.
I love it.
Now, some of the guys have been deviating from that, and I won't
Excuse
mention
me?
names. Jacob. But yes, so I finally had to make an executive decision. It's going to stay there, and that's that.
Okay, well,
I'm getting, you give the guys an inch and they take a mile. I think I saw Max eating out of a trash can last week, but that's a whole different story. So
you are just going to have to start cracking the whip. This is just it's anarchy over there.
Yeah, and sometimes I think I'm the one who needs the whip crack, so please don't hurt me. So that was a big to do, but now she's going to stay there until we move into the new location, date to be determined.
Right, but then it will be in a similar place of importance, I assume.
Yeah, and if we have any sort of front entranceway, I'm hoping to have it in a glass presentation style case that when people walk in, there it is.
I love it.
I get nervous with people. They might want to touch it. It's velvet, puffy paint, that kind of stuff. So,
not just anybody gets the privilege to kiss it and pay it homage. No. You have to have a place of high importance.
Oh, yes. Kind of like myself, I eat dog food and cat food out of a can, but I still consider myself kind of, a who's who, but...
Well, you're a CEO after all.
That's right. Oh, there's days where I'm like, do I really want that after my name, or can I run away, but will anyone notice? So,
all right.
Yes, that is the velvet painting. Thank you for asking.
Okay. All right, I'm glad we covered that. That's important.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And into the question of the top 5 dream guitars, you had a couple on there, but right next to each other, you had a Fender Stratocaster, 1968-69, and a vintage Gibson 1958 Les Paul. Now, this is not a very fair question, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm not a fair man. If you have to pick one, which one is it going to be?
It's going to be the Les Paul, and the reason I say that, a couple of weeks ago, I had a dream that I found a vintage 58 Les Paul for, I think it was like $5,800. Weird. And then I was so excited that I got it, and I remembered all of a sudden that I had to tell my wife that I spent the money, and I was like, what guitars can I sell? And so I've been thinking about that dream lately. Maybe it's prophetic. I don't know. But so, yeah, I've been on the Les Paul. It's always my go-to. My number one's a Les Paul Custom. And even though I started on the Strat way back when, I do love those Les Pauls. And I think you can agree with that, my man. There's something about the Gibson.
I love me a Les Paul. Always have, always will. I'm very jealous of your custom.
Wait a minute. Now, what about your Junior?
Well, I'm not gonna argue with it. That's my favorite guitar.
You tote that thing around, like rubbing it in my face, and then when I ask, can I just see a picture of it? It's radio silence. What's going on?
I'm pretty sure I've posted that thing.
Yes, I think I've seen it a couple times.
Enough that people are probably getting tired. Okay, we get it. You like Les Paul Juniors. Jeez, lay off.
I think about that sometimes too, because a lot of time with our social media, we like seeing pictures of guitars. I assume other people like that. Hopefully you would agree. And I think, how many times can I take the same pictures of my guitar? I'm waiting for someone to say, hey, you maroon. Let's see something else, and that's what I'm going to say. Can you please donate one to the cause? So, but yeah, that would probably be my choice for the dream guitar.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. I like it.
Yeah.
So this is a good segue. We have a list here of the top 5 impulse purchases. And number 1 on that list is your D Temple Tilly.
I was hoping you're going to bring that up, my man, because actually Mike called the shop today. We got to jibby jive for a little bit, and for folks that don't know about the Temple guitars, or folks that do, Mike is a stand-up guy. He's always straight shooting, and one of those guys that you talk to, and they're just good peoples, you know. And we were talking about some different items, and he made mention. He said, by the way, I have a couple Strat styles for sale in the shop right now, and he proceeded to send me some pictures. And well, I'm sure you've never done this before, where you start thinking like, okay, now if I sold this guitar, and I donated one of my children to science.
Yes.
Like the
science. Science needs kids.
Well, that's right. Kids need science. It wasn't
That's
there
right.
that Bill Nye guy, or Mr. Wizard freezing bananas and all that fun stuff. So
exactly.
So yeah, that was my impulse buy. I waited a long time for that guitar. I had a lot of explaining to do, but ends well, and it gets sweeter. It gets sweeter with age. It's only a couple years old, but boy, it rings like a piano. So impulse at the time. Now, after licking my wounds for a couple of years, it's not so sour. It doesn't hurt as much.
It's okay.
And now I'm thinking about another one. It's maybe another dream will happen where I get a guitar. So
maybe a 58 Les Paul.
Yeah, then I could sell the 58 Les Paul, buy it to Temple, and then how do I get the Les Paul back?
Well, see, I don't know. I don't condone the sale of any guitars.
Yes. I neither confirm nor deny the sale or trade or of any instrument. Yeah, so I'm thinking I got a nice space heater and a bicycle that I might try pawning. So
exactly, yeah. You can get like $60 for that.
Mm-hmm. And it's winter, so obviously space heaters are in high demand. So
of course.
Yeah, so hit me up if you still want to get rid of those space heaters.
Everybody, you could just email Ryan at McCaffreyAudio.com if you're in need of a...
Remember, it's Jeff at McCaffreyAudio.com.
Oh, it's Jeff. Sorry,
Jeff
it's
at McCaffreyAudio.com. If you have a space heater that you'd like to donate to, so we can pawn it to buy a guitar, that would be great. Jeff at McCaffreyAudio.com. Again, Jeff. And if Jeff is unavailable, it's Jacob at McCaffreyAudio.com.
Okay.
Yep.
So all the space heater requests go there. Okay,
yes,
good.
Yes. Thank you.
All right.
Please and thank you. You're welcome.
Somebody's going to have a very warm Christmas because of this podcast.
Yeah, it's we do it for a cause, man. It's all the right reasons, That's how we give back to society with the space heaters. So that made sense. That made sense in my head, but I don't know if it made sense when I verbalized it. One of those things.
Most of the things I say don't make sense, so it doesn't really matter.
I was going to say, I think a lot of our conversations are like that. So
yeah, that's okay. Though. That's fine.
That's just fine with me.
All right, let's see. Let's go to a different one.
Yeah, rock and roll.
Top 5 current pedals you wish you made. And number 1 is the Catalan Bred Silver Kiss.
Yeah.
Tell me more about your desire for that circuit.
Boy, oh
and
boy.
Why you wish you made it.
I wish I could find, I think I had the Mark, do you remember that pedal at all?
I really don't. That's why I wanted you to tell me about it, because I don't recall what that pedal is.
Yeah, it was, I think it was the Mark 1 or the Mark 2. Or am I saying that right? Mark 1, Mark 2. Sure. Yeah, something like that. But anyways, it was the first or second one. It was an overdrive, and man, you know how a clone or a clone can sweeten the circuit. sweeten your overall sound.
Oh yeah.
It was like one of those deals, but it had a bit more bite to it in a good way. And foolishly, I sold it somewhere, and then to this day I can't find one like the one I had. And it was such a interesting pedal, and I assume somewhat interesting circuit, that it's like one of those where, boy, it would have been cool to design it and release it. Just a really cool pedal.
Are they not made anymore? Is that right?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I haven't seen them. I don't think it's in their current lineup. I don't know the guys over at Cat and Bread that well, so I've never asked. But so maybe I can, like pawn some space heaters and find one. So just throwing that out there. I don't know if that's relevant.
Hey, it's been kind of cold over here in Portland. They may be in need of some space heaters that they might, you might be able to talk Howard into like parting with one or something.
Yeah, you think he'll roll with that?
Sure. I don't know why not. It's just it's a reasonable. I mean, I'm just making suggestions here.
Like us, that's my question.
I don't know.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to send Jacob on some recon work then.
I don't know if anyone is weird like us.
Yeah, true. Touche.
So there's that.
I swear to goodness, I've taken all of my medication a day. I'm not
buying it at all.
I did not.
Not buying it.
I did not hit him, and I did not kill any of the neighborhood cats. So
good.
Yeah, I'm just putting that out there. The end.
You felt a real need to say that.
So it goes. Another conversation to the right to the dumps. But I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. This will. I think we've primed the pump appropriately for my final question.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't mean to cause a bunch of controversy. As you know, or maybe you know, because you were episode 1. You were the first Ryan on said podcast, the Tone Mob podcast.
Say it once again, please. Say that once again so they can hear you. The
first Ryan. You were the first Ryan out of 4 Ryans.
That is weird.
In only 15 episodes that has been on the show. And now you're, kind of sort of like the 5th Ryan, even though it's you again. But
weird.
That's not the point. Here's the thing.
Weird.
On this top 5 list here, you were asked what the top 5 people named Ryan were. Now I will read off the said list to you.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to me as well. So shoot, my man. I literally had to Google it because I'm like, boy, Ryan's. And now I know Ryan from Yellow Cake. Thanks to you, I would have put him down if I would have known. But
let me go through who you decided to use.
All right,
and we'll. Okay, here we go. You chose Ryan Dunn, Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Braun, and the last answer is I'm partial to the name Ryan.
Yes, that's almost like a reverse double get. It's like asking the question with a state, or answering the question with a statement.
Right. Now what I'd like to know is there any particular reason that Ryan Ratajski from Fuzzrocious, Ryan McKay from Yellow Cake, and Ryan Burke of 60 Cycle Hum did not make your top 5 list?
Well,
being as they were the other Ryans on the show.
Yes. Well, the first Ryan, I haven't been formally introduced yet. I've been waiting. I'm wearing my tuxedo. I've been waiting by the telephone, waiting for a phone call. But that's besides the point. Ryan from Yellow Cake, he's a loose cannon, man. Just watch out for him.
Okay, well, I mean, he seemed pretty civil when I talked to him, but he seemed pretty mellow.
I finally got to meet him at this last show, the Music Year Expo in Nashville in October. Great guy, our kind of sense of humor. and we had a lot of fun. So if I would have known him, he would have definitely been on the list.
Okay.
And Mr. Ryan from 60 Cycle Hum, I'm so mad at you. You never call anymore. You never write. I cook. I clean out the litter box, and maybe that's why I didn't put it on the list.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Ryan. Ryan. Please come back to me. That's a good point, because I did know Ryan at the time of writing that list, and so my apologies to you and to Ryan.
Yeah, to me, you don't have to apologize to me. I'm not a Ryan.
I'm staring in the mirror now saying, I'm sorry, Ryan.
Okay.
Look at what you've become, Ryan.
You didn't even put yourself on the list, technically. I mean...
Yeah, because it wasn't...
Don't you love yourself?
You are a special person, and you can love yourself. Oh, yes. I'm so stupid. Well, it depends. It depends on the day, I guess. Jacob's mad at me right now, so right now, no. But hopefully, on our drive home, we can make up, and I will love myself.
All right, good deal.
Yes. So I hope that answers that question very precisely.
It did. It
Excellent.
Really did.
Yeah.
I think we covered all the questions I had about your responses. I think we pretty much established.
Oh boy,
we know where you're sitting now.
Is Jody going to be mad at us?
Is Jody going to be mad at us?
Did we really answer the questions, or did we just talk stupid again?
I think we just talked stupid again, but that's
Sorry,
okay because.
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, it's worth the price of admission for us, I guess, right? So
that's.
I guess in our heads it's okay. No, it's always a good time, man. It's always a blast, and I'm really glad that we're best friends, besties for life.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Well, yeah. Thank you again for coming on, and
this
time we got even more, I think, nonsensical than we did last time, but that's okay because
yeah. Hey, it will keep your ears peeled. You know what I mean? Because it's only going to get better or worse, whatever way you put it. So, right?
All right.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for having me on, and Coast Sonic as always. Thank you for the high fives and supporting the brand and our pedals. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Even though this is a special little shorty edition, I'm going to close it out the same way. So, for Ryan, I'm Blake, and as per usual, good luck and good tones.
Take care.
See ya.
All right, folks, there you have it. Short and sweet. Right to the point. Well, I don't really know what the point was, but hey, it was a good chat regardless. So, I just wanted to take the last couple minutes here to say a couple things. First of all, the longer form interviews, those are still coming. Those are not going to stop. I got some awesome ones already in the can, awaiting some editing that you guys are going to get a big kick out of. Some really cool guests. So, those are coming. And then also, the last thing I wanted to mention is, are you on the Tone Mob mailing list yet? Are you? Are you really? You probably should be. There's all kinds of, interesting special stuff that happens on there. And there may or may not be an interesting special something for Christmas coming up that you may or may not want to be involved in if you're a gearhead. So, yeah, I would sign up before, well, let's be honest, you should already be on it. But hey, if you're not, go ahead and go to tonemob.com. You'll see the little tab to join the mob. And if you hit that up, you'll get on the wonderful email list where there's all kinds of subscriber exclusive stuff that happens over there. So check that out. I got something brewing for Christmas that you're going to want to be involved in. As always, thanks for listening. Have yourself a good week. Bye.
One last thing before we totally sign off here, I just want to remind you that if you do any shopping at Stringjoy, that's Stringjoy guitar strings made in Nashville, that will help me out as well. As I've said for years, I'm heavily involved in that company, and I really do think they're making the best products on the market. So if you would like to try custom strings, go to tonemob.com/stringjoy and check them out today. I seriously love what the team down there is doing. I help them out with all kinds of things, and by you supporting them, you are also supporting me as well. And hey, you need some strings, so why not get some custom strings just for your guitar and playing style? Again, the link for that is tonemob.com/stringjoy, and that will take you right to their website, and you can do all your shopping through there, and that will help everyone involved out. So thank you very much. Talk to you next time. We are brought to you by the wonderful folks at Gun Street Wiring Shop. Yes, Gun Street Wiring Shop. I've talked about them before. I used to say based out of Bend, Oregon, but guess what? Sean moved to my neck of the woods. Sean's in Portland. Sean is awesome and has helped me with a bunch of stuff lately. And if you have wiring needs for your guitar, he can help you too. If you want to get weird with it, he can get weird. If you just need to spruce things up a little bit, there's your guy. He takes all the guesswork out of doing your guitar wiring, and he makes it simple, and his customer service is top-notch, and I can't say enough good things about Gun Street as a company. I really respect Sean and what he's all about, and the product is top-notch. I've got 3 different guitars that now have Gun Street harnesses in them, and I could not be happier. So go to gunstreetwiringshop.com and check them out.